For the last couple of weeks, we've been working to build this empty cargo trailer into our dream tiny home on wheels.
We're used to building out vans, so there's definitely gonna be different challenges here.
But what we learned from 6 years on the road, and now that we've got our baby Everly in tow, we are trying to make this so custom, so beautiful, and so functional. Because what we've discovered is that we love to travel with our baby, but the rigs that we had just weren't working great for that.
And so why not build one custom from scratch to make it the exact perfect family home for us while we travel on the road. This week, we're knocking out a couple of projects and we're actually going to finish insulating this rig, which I'm really excited about because if you know us, we like to 4 seasons travel, so this has to be ready for that.
It is a beautiful day to be working on the van. It's finally not raining, so we can actually get some things done.
Look at this. Look at her measuring. What great skills you have, Everly. Thanks for your help. I'll hold the tape.
A camera.
The bad news is I have a torn ACL.
That's gonna require surgery.
Yeah, if I want to be able to like run around and cut hard and stuff like that, that means like growing up with Everly, if she wants to do sports that involve cutting hard, I'm gonna want to have a good knee for that. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna need ACL surgery, which means we got to get as much done as humanly possible on this rig before the surgery happens. I don't have a date just yet, but the thing is once I have the surgery, I'm out for like a month no matter what, like not able to do really anything. So, you know, that's a long time to be out of commission. So we gotta knock some stuff out here.
We're waiting to hear from the doctor about next steps and dates and how that's all gonna work out. But for now, all we can do is to focus on this build, which we haven't named yet. If you guys have any suggestions for names for our trailer, we've got Big Blue towing it. It's your boy Blue.
The Black and Blue crew.
The Black and Blue crew. I don't know about that, Frank.
Black and Blue. It's because we come out and we bruise mother chuckers. We bruising people. I hope not. I hope we stay in our lane and we don't bruise nobody, you know? I don't want to be hurting people.
Black and Blue Bruise Crew. Not only is it hard to say, but it's out. We need some better suggestions.
We black and blue, we bruising.
Today's goal is to finish the under insulation that Frank started when we were in the covered garage. Oh, well, hey guys, how's it going? Looks like Frank's been hard at work over here.
Trying.
Everly and I went down the slide at the neighbor's house like 40,000 times.
Ooh, how's that?
It was fun. I did not go down it.
So Everly went down it.
Did I say I went down it?
Yeah, you said Everly and I.
Oh, well, I was lifting her to the top of it so that she could get down.
So you're telling me you got a workout
I did. I was using my arms. Nice.
Don't rub it in, all right?
Oh, the noise of this is killing me. Just stop. You're doing it on purpose.
I was. Ready? Watch this, Everly. Like right when I get it to the thickness of the base of the board, that's it. That's all it is.
Looking good, bud. Oh, thank you, baby. Can you give that to Daddy?
Oh, thank you.
It's a lot tighter in there than you think.
When we had the garage, I got about 75% of the insulation done underneath. But here's the problem. There's a couple cross beams underneath that makes it where I don't have access to put the insulation in from the bottom up. So I have to remove the floor. See you in a little bit, okay? Have fun driving. I love you. She's so silly. I don't get it. We gotta move this stuff, babe. Let's get things rolling. It's like the babysitter. Big Blue's the babysitter.
She might eat half that stick.
Just put it on your lips.
She's like, yeah, boy. Nice, you put the lid back on. Wow, so smart.
So we do have to move you guys because you're on the wrong piece of equipment. Because we have to move this oven as well.
So what piece? We're just trying to move this
We're just
piece?
trying to move this floor and then that front one. Seam forward is what gotta go back.
Okay. The front area. What's up, girl? The front area is nice and clear. We just have the ice cold fridge up here, which is a little bit trickier to move. So we're gonna get the first panel off, do that, and then move over to the second panel. Frank is now taking off the big nuts and bolts that actually secure the outside of the rig in.
And it secures the door latch.
It secures the door to the vehicle. So if these are off for too long and it's raining, then we've got a problem.
This is the locking mechanism now.
Frank just keeps telling me I'm wrong. What does it matter? If when you take them off, there's a big hole.
There's gonna be at least 2 big holes.
Should we just take this thing off?
We're going to, but I have to seal them.
Eventually, this is just gonna be gone
So
because then people could lock us into the vehicle.
There'll be holes here. I really should have told them not to even put it on. All right, then you go back inside. I'm gonna push this corner up.
Oh yeah, those kind of. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. I would love to help you, but I got a baby.
That's all I needed.
Okay. Well, I've done my part. And now Everly does not want to be out here anymore. She wants to be outside going down the slide.
See, now I can do this.
She just started yesterday afternoon, decided that she was afraid of the slide. Before she was like doing it no problem. And now she like gets set and then won't go. Can we do it together? No?
That one fits in here perfectly.
A longboard closest to something.
Closest to you right there?
This big one?
Yeah, that's on the floor.
Luckily, Frank already cut these all out. One hand wonder.
Nice job, baby.
Wow, you got really dirty.
Did I?
Yeah, your whole back is black.
That's why I wear this one always to do construction stuff.
Maybe you could seal it from the top down. I guess you'd have to take all the floors off then.
Well, so here's the thing. Is I couldn't, look, come here, look, let me see that. So this beam right here is what was blocking me from being able to get the insulation in. And the idea is if the insulation is here and I have this air gap, that'll make it to where we have the perfect style of insulation. All right, let's get this board in. I've already pre-cut it to fit perfectly.
This is what's not falling back into place.
And we're gonna be replacing this floor because this is the type of board that easily rots when it gets wet and it doesn't really have any waterproofing, so we're gonna get rid of all this stuff anyway. This is kind of crap material. When you first purchase the cargo trailer, you could actually get it with the right floor, so make sure if you're making that purchase, make sure to order the proper floor for it so that way you're not dealing with removing the floor and then putting a new one down.
Why didn't we do that?
Because I didn't think of it until after.
I don't think we knew what we were getting.
I really leave that alone, please. This is all dangerous.
Yeah.
Daddy has to continue to work. I'm sorry.
Whoop.
Love you though.
I thought maybe it was like a DQ blizzard.
Nope, not quite. Not quite. I didn't know what you meant until you tipped it over.
I was like, can we flip it?
Nope.
The blizzard's not ready yet.
Not
Keep
happening.
on blizzing. That's what they do to blizzards, right? They blizz
I
them.
can just move this.
Okay, you ready for lunch? Let's do it.
Taking all this stuff off is important. The reason why it's important is you get to see the type of job that the people building it did. So for instance, this is something that we're putting on our Patreon right now. Using wire looms and runs to protect wires. These wires right here are literally on bare metal. Putting a wire loom in there is gonna be important. So taking this whole thing apart actually makes sense at the moment.
We want bare bones, baby.
We now have all the access we need. Sweet. All right, let's get these pieces cut, get them in here, and close this bad boy back up. You can see that they use the wire loom to start, but then all of a sudden they like stopped. Cheap, they're being cheap. And then like, look at this right here. They left all the dust inside, which is something that I've been cleaning up, as well as like the wires. They somehow siliconed it behind the beam, which is a mistake because over time that's gonna rub out and we're gonna have lighting issues on this thing. So it's really important to take down these walls regardless of having to insulate and everything. So I'm happy we're doing it. Look at this big board behind me. You can feel the dampness on the base of this and you can actually see it's starting to get like little spots and spots that aren't great already, and we just bought this thing, so it's brand new. So it goes to show that this type of floor is a piece of shit. Take this one out, use as a template, and put in your own floor.
I didn't realize that we were literally like one board away from open air metal.
Yeah.
Like one very thin board to like the elements. It's a really good thing we're insulating under here because that would have been cold on the toes. And cold toes are the worst. And I feel like when you live in a van, your feet are never warm. So you need protection under your toes. And now we got Paco helping too. Yeah. I got eagle eyes. You see the big hole?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Whoa. Give Mama a big smile. That's too little for you.
Alex said she's finally doing something. I have to film it.
How will they ever know that I'm helping if you don't film it? One of the benefits of taking the floor off here is that we can actually finish wiring, what's it called, Frank? The jack. We got an electric jack up front. We haven't actually been able to use it electrically because we couldn't access this battery bank before, but now we can.
You have a bunch of connections in here.
Can I press the button?
No, there's no battery connected to it right Still need to have a battery.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
What do you mean? How else am I going to say it? Small.
Epic?
Like this big.
Where is it?
In one of my bags.
Flathead?
No, Phillips.
Philip. Good old Philip. I can't find it. Doesn't exist. If you guys have suggestions on how Frank can better organize his toolkit, please let us know.
I also need a place where I can put stuff that doesn't need to be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can do that.
There's also one right here on the. There's 2 screwdrivers there that are potentially what you could use. I really don't put it on your face.
This one.
Sure.
Tiny screwdriver. Rock tip.
Yeah, like you see the one that's yellow and black. If that's a flathead, that's fine. And then you see that one right there that's black and red, the big one. Yeah, give me that one too. Because this one has several different tips in it. Alex, we've done this how many times?
How did the dog get out?
All right, now do I have a needle nose back there? Do you know what a needle nose looks like, Alex?
It looks like this.
Needle nose! That's what my friends called me in high school.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Go give me a needle nose.
That was good. But I have a dog.
I don't care. I need your help. That's why you're
Me
here.
and Paco are working so hard.
Trying to find a needle nose, yeah.
Look how smart Everly is. She put them right back in the holes.
It is really good. Yep. Perfect. Thank you. You have it ready for Daddy now. Thank you. I asked for something and Alex can't find it or doesn't know what it is. We've done this 4 times, Alex. You should know what the names of tools are at this
I don't
point.
want to go digging around in a bag that potentially has sharp stuff to hurt me.
This is like how I have to talk to my apprentices in air conditioning. Hey, there's a left-handed screwdriver. They really think there's a left-handed screwdriver there?
No wonder I can't find anything. Probably needle nose doesn't even exist.
No, it does. It does. All right, I'm going back there.
This?
Oh my gosh, she found a needle nose.
First grab.
She does know tools. She's just playing stupid.
You know what, Frank? I learned it from the best because this is what you do when you don't know how to like fold a shirt. You're like, oh, this shirt folding business is very complicated. I could never do it.
You know, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong.
I think most of the wires in there are for the lights.
For the lights, yep.
So like the back lights, the brake lights, the side lights,
Exactly.
the interior light that's up here.
This works off of the like 8-prong plug that goes from the truck to back here, so you don't want to mess with these. So that way everything works the way they're supposed to. That's why they established all these spots for it. So I'm just trying to add to the setup here.
So I guess the truck is powering the lights back here. So like when you brake, then the brake light goes on.
Exactly.
That's the point?
Yep.
Genius. Your eyes look really pretty.
Thank you.
He's so beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Can you do me a favor? Can you grab my phone?
Where is it?
I think it's in the house on the charger.
Okay. And then Mama's got to go for nap time.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. You know, sometimes when you're measuring your cut, things just happen to fall in place.
As it doesn't.
No, it does though. It does.
The final piece is going in next.
I first gotta hook that up.
After the electrical.
The only time that this gets power is when it gets plugged in to the truck. So I'm actually just gonna wind up running our system directly back to our battery bank, and then we'll have no issues with it at all, and I won't be messing with the system that's in place back here. This piece going in. All right, we'll even her out from underneath. Make sure she's all good.
Frank's gone inside to ice his knee, so I am going to finish the tape, hopefully. I put on his sweater because it's already disgusting dirty. No point in getting something else disgusting dirty. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see what he's done so far and pick it up from there. Who put this thing so close to the ground? Oh my God. Safety goggles. Let's roll. Or should I say, unroll. Oh my God. How's it going? Oh yeah.
Are you helping Mama? Yeah? Okay, thank you. Alex, look at you doing it. Such a nice job. Wow, who knew that she was able to do this type of work? I did. I knew it. Look who it is. It's Mr. Paco. He came outside. Hey, go get Mama. Paco, go get Mama.
I just matrixed out of there. Did you see that?
No, his ass is in the way.
In terms of van jobs, it's not the worst one I've ever had to do.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm glad I wore your sweater.
Yeah, it's dirty.
I'm also glad that I'm small enough to fit underneath the axles.
Yeah.
Because I just scooched.
Yeah, because it's a tight spot.
It's a very tight spot. I was literally had to put my face to the side to get through.
All right, you know what's next?
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, well, while you're doing that, maybe I'll try to get the board in. But
You just gotta.
I gotta kind of watch Everly at the same time.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, no.
Don't hit Paco.
I had to see this.
My fingers are getting stickier, and so
Yeah.
the tape like won't come off my hands now. So that's the only tricky thing.
Yep. Meanwhile. Ouch, 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 ouch. Use my head. Yeah, get out of it.
I know it's a beautiful, bright, sunshine day. Wow, you got that in.
Yeah, because I just tapped it because there's no board here
Nice.
on the side.
You gotta make sure it's nice and tight.
Yep.
Even though it's really sunny, it's still actually pretty cold. So doing that, my hands are frozen. But it made me think of that time in Idaho when we had to wrap our exterior plumbing because our sink drain was completely frozen, like a block of ice. And so we were outside in like minus a gabillion degrees trying to wrap this pipe so that we could actually drain the water from our sink. And Frank and I had to keep swapping out because his hands would get so cold that he couldn't function anymore. So he'd go inside to warm up, and then I'd go out and wrap for a minute, and then he'd go, and then I'd go, and then he'd go. And then we finally got it done, and then we could actually use our plumbing. So in this rig, we will be winter plumbing ready. I guarantee it.
The last thing I want to do for today is just get this board in place. Once we have this board in place, then we have a free range to walk, and we could then insulate the whole entire rig with the spray foam insulation that we have coming up. So I'm really excited to use the spray foam product because we've never done that before. We only have 1 inch between the outer wall and the beams. So we need to maximize the space in here. So using the spray foam allows us to not have to have that air gap. When we were on the road, we met a lot of people that had spray foam and they raved about it. And actually you could feel quite a difference in the temperature in their rigs. So I'm looking forward to trying it in here and seeing what that's like.
Is that our goal for the week then, to finish the spray foam?
That'd be great.
That would be sick.
Hammer?
That's so good.
Jumping up and down?
Big, huge day because the Royal We is getting ready to spray foam with FnAVan insulation.
Yo, this is wild. I've never used this stuff before. It looks like it's fairly simple to use according to the instructions. Really, you just screw this onto this gun. You use one of these little guys here. It comes with these tips, A and B. A being for the walls and B being for the ceiling. Clean your gun after you use each tube. I think we should get at least like 2 of those runs fully covered.
Per can?
Yeah, for 1 inch thickness.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. 2 to 3 is my guess.
So this is a great big experiment for us. We have never before used spray foam insulation in any of our van builds, but we wanted to work with FnAVan because this stuff is seriously great.
And it's also environmentally friendly. Just make sure you shake it up really good.
It's gonna save us so much time because not only is it our insulation, we also don't have to sound deaden. So before we were rolling out that sound deadening mat, takes a while, very sticky, yucky for your hands. So this does both in one, sound deaden and insulate.
Another thing I love is on every single bottle, you get a pair of gloves. So every time you're done with one, you change out your gloves and you just put on a new set. So that way you don't have to worry about the stuff getting on your hands.
Or your clothes or your body.
Yeah.
They also gave you a whole suit.
You gave me, I'm just a spray foam doctor.
You do look like you're going into surgery.
Surgery time. We got a patient that needs desperate insulation.
All right, baby.
Go into the wall.
You going in?
Yeah, might as well. I'll start with an easier one, hopefully.
There's really no smell. Okay, we're gonna get out of here, and Frank's gonna get to business.
It goes on pretty easy, you know? We'll see how that dries. I'll probably have to do a second coat, no big deal, and we'll keep moving on from there. So you can definitely tell that I'm getting much better at it. Like this wall right here looks way better than that one down there that's kind of sagging. But the good thing is it's really easy to clean up. But you see I missed the spot right there. So we'll be able to get in there later on once everything's dry. Just being even and quick with your spray. Just make sure you stay at the same pace no matter what, and you'll get an even spray. What do you guys think? Is it coming out all right so far? Like it looks pretty good to me. This is 6 cans right now. Probably shouldn't mess with it too much, but I just wanted to see the texture of it. But yeah, it's getting hard.
Oh man, this is looking cool. It's smelling cool too. It's not as bad as I thought it would. So Frank told me to touch it, which I'm scared about. It's hard already. So I guess that's as much as it expands, huh?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to add some, but that's a 6-pack.
Oh wow, you did the whole wall too. Oh, coming together. And the nice thing about spray foam is that you don't need the air gap. So we can go right to the edge of the 1 inch and then we'll cut it all back before we put the walls up. It's gonna be so nice and toasty insulated in there. And also cool. Insulation not only helps keep you warm, but helps keep you cool too. You look so cool, baby.
Thank you, I feel cool.
Actually,
I feel really hot.
I bet you feel
really hot.
It's actually surprisingly hot out today. This morning when we were doing some other stuff, we were both like freezing cold, full coats, full boots, the whole 9 yards. And this afternoon, it's like sunshiny, gorgeous.
Sorry, I'm just watching my daughter. She's going over to the sand pit, you know,
Thinking about it.
exploring, checking out the new stuff in there. She likes trucks. Front area started falling off, and it was because the garage door was open and the sun was beating through and it was hitting right here on this panel, and this panel was so hot. And that's the reason why you got to make sure that you have a proper space to do this in, because otherwise that heat will make it just fall right off the wall. Come back through 1 or 2 more cans and just fill in some of the gaps, and then we'll go through and we'll shave it down to be exactly 1 inch. The stuff works really well as long as you're in a temperature controlled environment, like inside this actual garage with the door shut. Tomorrow I'm gonna come back and do the ceiling. My knee is just bothering me way too much to be able to continue going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'm gonna take a break. The reason why this is so important for us is we want to be able to be in any condition. For us, it's important because I like to snowboard quite a bit. We also live part-time in Canada. The weather could get pretty cold here pretty quick. You really want to be able to keep the temperature at a nice standing point all day long if you can, and insulation really helps out with that. Nice and clean. The suit did its job. Who would have suspected that? I'm off the job. It's Alex's turn. My knee was hurting way too much last night to continue on with that, so Alex is gonna take over while I'm here, while the baby's sleeping. Alex, you think you can handle this?
We're about to find out. Yesterday, Frankie finished all of the walls. This looks so cool, but the ceiling needs it. And I feel like, actually it might be perfect my height. I was like, maybe I'm too short for this, but you're supposed to be 12 to 18 inches away. And that's about how far I am from the ceiling. I could just full extend and be in the perfect spot. First step, gotta get dressed. Okay. This is, I feel really cool. Okay, safety first. Frank made this sound pretty easy, so let's see if he's right. One of his tips was definitely wear the gloves. Luckily, one comes with every can, or 2. Be kind of silly if they only gave you 1 glove. For extra large hands. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of heavy. All right, here goes nothing. I'm gonna start at the back over here, like far away from the Max Air fan so that I don't accidentally spray the Max Air fan. You know, not the worst job I've ever done. First pass, not so bad. Once I figured out how to get the spray nozzle going in the right direction, I didn't really understand how that part worked. Once I figured out how it was spraying out of the can, it got much easier. 1 can did 1.5 of these big ceiling panels. So probably 6 cans to do the whole ceiling. This is kind of fun, actually. I'm finally kind of figuring out the tip. Tip B has a little bit more of a lip, so it shoots it up. Okay, I've done a couple of extra passes. So I did at least 1 can extra spraying all the stuff that Frank sprayed yesterday. And now I feel like it needs to dry a little bit before I hit the ceiling again, because I think when it gets too heavy, it'll fall. That was actually pretty easy and pretty fun. Sprayman, that little gun, so good. And it definitely makes sense to change your gloves every time, just saying. Because I was kind of like adjusting the nozzle too as I was going, so those gloves were very sticky by the time I was done with them. But we'll save our suit, use it again for the next spray. You wanna see? I think this looks really good. I don't know if it takes less time or more time than putting up the pink boards, but is more effective. So it gets in all of the nooks and crannies, and it gives you a really high R value. So can't beat it. 2-in-1, sound deadening and insulation. So you're definitely saving time by not having to do the extra step. I like this stuff, not gonna lie.
Alex, you did a great job, babe. It looks really good. What do you think, Everly? Does it good?
She's the real supervisor.
Are there missing spots?
Yeah.
Yeah, where? Over there? Oh, yeah. Daddy did that one, sorry. Daddy's gonna have to fix that one. We definitely have to clean this up a little bit. That's no big deal though, that's easy to clean. Nice. So the thing is, the stuff comes off really easy at like where you need it to come off, and it stays where you need it to stay on, so I like that. We'll have to come down with like a file and just cut these parts that are sticking out a lot. Do me a favor, go tap on the wall out here. Yeah, that's solid now. Before that was like ting, ting, cling, cling. It was making noise previously. So I'm happy about that as well. Look how strong this is now.
Yes, we can definitely do another coat or two. Do you want to cut it first and then do it?
I would like to cut it first because then we kind of like even out the spots a little bit and then we could
really see where you need it.
Yeah, and then we could go through and spray foam again.
Okay.
But it looks good. What's the basketball is the question.
You're not playing basketball.
Why not?
Your knee's broken.
I can still play basketball.
Mr. Torn ACL is going to be out here playing basketball with Everly.
Oh.
While I'm in here, I'm going to try to cut back some of the excess. Okay, as a little bit annoying as this is, it's also deeply satisfying. It's kind of fun to like peel it off and like clean line. I have done this whole wall. Now I'm gonna move on to these bad boys and they'll be done in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that was a lot of work and I made a big mess. I'm also like static clung to everything right now. It's on my face. All right, I took off all of the really big parts that are like actually like super far away from the wall. Obviously, it needs a full flush, but I think I'm ready to maybe like go for some more spray. And then it's funny, so I have the garage open now. I'm gonna close it before I spray again. But you can like feel how warm this is. And then that's not warm at all.
Wild.
All right, I got it cleaned up. I'm gonna go in with at least one more, probably 2 cans, and try to fill in all the gaps. And then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I think I'm just having too much fun. I don't want it to stop, you know? Frank's like, it's dinner time, let's go. I'm like, very committed to this project. I just love it, so much fun. As I'm in there spraying, I'm not only thinking about where the actual spray is going, but I'm also thinking about all of the areas that we're protecting. We already showed you guys our layout and we're super excited about it, but like I'm in this corner and I'm like, I gotta make sure this corner's really good. This is gonna be Everly's bedroom. I wanna make sure her bedroom is so well insulated. I'm like, over here, this is where our batteries are gonna be. They need to be protected from the elements. We're not just building an RV, we're building our home. Every step of the way puts us a little bit closer to our family enjoying life on the road. Because the space is temperature controlled, even though the sun is blasting right now, we don't have to worry about it like melting the outside before it has time to cure. So super grateful to our neighbors for letting us use this amazing space.
Wow, did the extra layer do good?
It did great. I think you did an excellent job. Basically the walls are pretty much done. The ceiling needs another coat in some spots.
Okay. Uh-oh. Good thing it's non-toxic.
Everly was just jumping on the trampoline outside for like 20 minutes. It got so crazy, a little bit dirty, and that's how we like our babies. Fully exercised. She had a really good time playing with the neighbors. They actually have 2 kids that are definitely older than Everly, but they're still fun and having a good time together.
She's freaking out.
Yeah, the trampoline makes you crazy, I think. It like rattles your brain. Okay, so Frank's trimming. Oh my God, she's so funny.
I found
right now.
this to be the most useful way of doing it. I tried the Sawzall, it's just too bulky. But I found this little guy inside the garage, probably from the last guy who lived at Alex's family's house. And it's working really great. It like, look at this, it almost reaches like fully side to side.
On one hand, it feels like a little bit wasteful and you're making a lot of mess. And the stuff is super staticky. But by doing a little bit of overspray, you're ensuring you're filling like the full gap. So it's worth it.
A static claim.
Frankie the snowman lived in a trailer.
This day, I feel like got away from us. I was so tired today, man. Oh, I tried to nap when Everly was napping, but Everly didn't nap. So it was pretty hard. But yeah, it's basically dinner time for Everly. So Frank's just gonna continue on this and I'm gonna go deal with that and we'll reconvene tomorrow.
All right, this is day number 12 on this build. I feel like we've made fair progression. We're talking about 60 days to get her done. Day 11, almost complete with the insulation and getting ready to put the roof rack up next. I'm gonna finish the installation that we have to do here on the ceiling and yeah, then it's roof rack time. Let's get things done, baby.
Guess that's what I get.
All right, I got the whole ceiling done now. Everything is pretty even. I'll have to come through one more time and take off the stuff. As of right now, I would definitely use this company again. Sprayman did an excellent job in here. I'm looking forward to see how well it does when we're out on the road. That's when we'll be able to experience the full benefits of doing a spray foam, a closed cell spray foam, rather than having like pink board. I did do pink board on the base of this vehicle because we have an air gap there. So I'm trying to see how that works down there. We could always come back and spray it from underneath if we need to, if we feel like the insulation from the pink board isn't enough.
Guys, we actually finished it.
Look how beautiful it came out. I can't believe that we have this beautiful spray foam everywhere. And we got the beautiful pink boards down here, the correct spacing for everything. We really thought about it all.
We thought about it in the wrong order, but we thought about it and it's all good to go. Totally FnA. We think that this insulation project is the perfect launching point for our super custom dream camper van build.
There's a lot more stuff about to go in, so make sure you subscribe, stay tuned with us, and watch this thing turn into the most beautiful tiny home for the family of 4 that we are.
The fourth is the dog.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.